Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me as we continue our recruiter series. Today, we are going to go over why we interview prep and why we interview debrief. And like yesterday, I'm going to leave you with a couple handouts. Those seem to be really well received yesterday, so I'm going to continue that and give you some tangible tools and takeaways to give you some best practices that I have put together over the course of my career. So I hope that this remains a really good resource for you guys. But I would be remiss if we did not celebrate Women Crush Wednesday. And I got a great point of frustration from a female recruiter out there who came to me and essentially said, I just don't feel confident recruiting for roles where, I'm not the expert, or I'm not an accountant, or what have you. Ladies, you do not need to be the CFO. You do not need to be the accountant. You do not need to be the web developer, the Java developer, the sysadmin. You need to be able to find them. That is your job, and you need to carry yourself forward with confidence, knowing that you are the best fierce female finder out there. So lead with confidence, and this is a problem that I see often, especially with female recruiters, thinking that they need to, be a certified or a CPA or be a Java developer in order to find them. No, you are the talent seeker. You are the finder. And you're going to be better than everybody else because you're leading with confidence and engaging candidates of all walks of life and having all of the right conversations. So ladies, lead with confidence. Your job is to find them. Your job is not to fill in for them. All right, so that's our message for today for Women Crush Wednesday. On to the prep questions and debrief questions. So there are three primary reasons why we do prep questions and why we do debrief questions. But I want to begin with what you really need to ask yourself in the beginning is, why are we doing the interview in the first place? Customers are paying you usually a pretty good fee to go out and find the talent that they're asking for. If they're doing a second interview or not trusting you to do a direct send, you need to ask yourself if you've gained their trust, truly gained their trust, and they now know that you're the best finder, you understand their environment, so on and so forth. But if you have to do an interview, here are the why we do the prep and why we do the debrief. So the first is, every customer is different. So little customer nuances, little specificities that, or things that they might be persnickety about, those are things that we want to prepare the candidate for so that there aren't any surprises. The second is ensuring that there's a clear understanding of what they're interviewing for, what the expectations are, and that they understand who the customer is. The third are just the general housekeeping things, like taking an extra copy of the resume and ensuring that they're dressed appropriately and that they represent you well. So those are the primary reasons we do interview prep, if you have to do an interview. And then the reasons we do a debrief is, remember, we're creating and nurturing a relationship with a candidate. So anytime you have the opportunity to engage, let's engage. And the debrief is really a point of validation. Are all the things that I prepared you for what you received when you got in front of the customer? Because sometimes our customers like to throw curveballs at us, or they see a skill that the candidate has and herein comes a brand new role that you knew nothing about. So it's a point of validation to ensure that you guys remain on the same page. It also helps you eliminate any surprises and ensure that, if they did get hired for a different role, that pay rates are appropriate. What if that role had more requirements? You want to ensure that, there are just no surprises throughout the process. And then it's also the opportunity, the third point here for debrief is the level of interest of your candidate, ensuring constantly, every time you're engaging with a candidate and you're talking about a specific role, that you're confirming their level of interest so that you can get that lockdown once an offer is made. All right, so those are our topics for today. Remember, I'm gonna leave some links to attachments for you. Join me back here tomorrow as we continue our recruiter series, and you guys make it a great day.